ball to Ilhan, your first time, and that's the game's opening goal, Ilhan Fandi. The chance here for Tanaka, flex stays down, Koga Tanaka, hat-trick for the All-Albirex number 11. And that puts the result beyond any doubt here. All-Albirex Niigata have been crowned the Singapore Premier League champions.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of SPL Social, the show just about the Singapore Premier League. This week we have the Singapore Premier League champions, All-Albirex Niigata Singapore in the house. It's an All-Albirex special. And of course we are joined by the head coach of All-Albirex, Mr. Kazuaki Yoshinaga, as well as Koga Takahiro, the goalkeeper. Both of them were involved in All-Albirex's victory over Lion City Sailors, which saw them seal their 5th ever Singapore Premier League title. And of course, it's been 26 weeks of action. So thank you so much for, of course, following the Singapore Premier League. And today we are going to, speak all All-Albirex today. So let's start with you first, Coach Kazuaki. How do you feel, about the title?
はい、もうほっとしたという感じですね。
Coach, how did All-Albirex, how was your preparation like for that win and are you happy with the way it turned out, especially against Sailors?
いや、本当に勝ててよかったなというだけで、シーズン終わりじゃないんで、その瞬間だけほっとしたというだけです。
Yeah, I'm sure that the players and yourself are very happy as well. But as you mentioned, the season has not ended. There's still 2 more games. But you got a title in your hands. Koga, your coach said he's relieved, he's happy. How do you feel, about winning? This is your 2nd season, I believe, at All-Albirex.
I was happy to win the champion. あと、やっぱり去年2位で終わっちゃって悔しい思いをした分、今年しっかり結果として優勝という形で残せたので、すごくほっとしています。
You were saying last season you ended at 2nd place and it's very interesting because it was a very, very exciting game, and as you said, you're very glad, but for yourself as a goalkeeper, there were some very nervy moments there in the box and there was a lot of attacking from the Sailors, but you managed to keep the ball out. So how did you feel during such an important game?
セーラーズは質の高い選手が多い中で、攻められる時間が多くなるとは思ってましたし、それに対して、試合前からいいイメージは持って臨むことができたので、あまり不安な部分もなかったですし、やれる自信しかなかったです。
But I saw the celebrations also. Everybody was on the field, and for Coach Yoshinaga, there was a lot of eyes that the players threw on you, and it was a lot of fun. So, how did you guys celebrate the Singapore Premier League title?
はい、勝利の瞬間は、嬉しさが、込み上げましたけども、氷を浴びせられて目が覚めました。その後は、祝福のメッセージの返信に追われて、もう次の日は、ホーガンスタジアムでスカウティングをして、本当にシーズンが終わってからゆっくりと喜びたいと思います。
Okay, wow. It's again, like I said, it's congratulations. And, this episode is all about the fans, not just the fans of All-Albirex, but fans of Singapore football. So many fans have sent in their questions for both Koga and Coach Kazuaki. So, thank you once again for sending in your questions. So we're going to start with some of the questions. And I want to start with Mr. Kazuaki, son. If you don't mind, many people, many Singapore fans, are talking about the Singapore national team job. Your name was linked to the job. And, we got so many fans who are asking, Hazim Ko, is in the coming future, if you're offered the national team job, will you take it? And others as well. Is it still on the cards? Can you please be the national team coach? I know this is a bit sensitive, but we want to hear your thoughts about this.
代表のことね。今年のオファーについてはタイミングが合いませんでしたが、今後オファーが来てタイミングが合えば、また前向きに考えたいなと思います。
Right, so we hope, that one day we can see you be All-Albirex and the national team coach as well one day, maybe. For yourself, Koga, let's go to you. Many questions as well from the fans. So you got a question from your teammate, Kodai Tanaka wants to know who is the most dependable person on the team?
Mr. Tanaka Kodai.
Yes, I agree. Fantastic achievement for him, 31 goals, in the Singapore Premier League. So I'm sure he wants to hear that. But second question from Kaya Bread for you, Koga-san. Do you like the Albirex home jersey or the away jersey better?
Goalkeeper jersey, pink color, away.
Away. Now I want to ask you back to you, coach, about the Singaporean players. From Royden Toy, which Singaporean player stands out the most to you in the league? I know you will say Ilhan, besides Ilhan.
ああ、いや、他のチームの選手に興味ないんで、シーズン中だし、それは答えはありません。
Okay, let's go to you, Koga-san. I've got to ask you, okay, now it's about you being a goalkeeper, which is very different from the normal outfield player. So 161206 wants to know, what do you tell yourself every time you step on the field before a game, before kickoff?
あまり自分に言い聞かされていることとかはなくて、ピッチに入る前に一礼して入ってるんですけど、それはこれからサッカーができるっていうことに感謝しているという意味があります。
From Marcus00710, Koga, can you share one word to describe your emotions after winning the title?
I'm so happy. ファンの方に去年優勝できなくて2年間タイトルというところをお待たせしてしまったので、その昨シーズンの悔しさも相まって本当に嬉しいです。
And Coach Kazuaki, this one I want to know because you won the Singapore Premier League title and you're very respected in football in Singapore. So the fan A145 wants to know, what is one piece of advice you always tell your team?
選手には失敗を恐れずにチャレンジするようなことはよく、伝えています。
From Adrian Ash wants to know, Coach, how do you talk to Ilhan and the other local players with the language? Yeah? Since everyone is Japanese and some speak English, so how do you communicate?
はい。ピッチ上では通訳なしで、コミュニケーション取ってます。ミーティングなどは、山本海選手が通訳できますので、通訳してもらったり、いない場合は話したことを自分で英訳して、メッセージとして文字で共有をしてます。あと、ミーティングで使う映像とか、そこに入れる言葉は英語を使って、伝えてます。あとは、個人的に、選手と英語でメッセージのやり取りをして、できるだけ日本人より選手よりもローカル選手とコミュニケーションが大切にしてきたつもりです。
Okay. Good to know, because football is a universal language and, there's just one language for football, yeah? So it doesn't matter what we speak, whether English or Japanese, it's universal. Thank you very much, Coach. And Koga-san, let's go to you. From Moldy, Pete, and Just Looking Around, and they want to know, what do you like to do in your free time here in Singapore?
I watch the YouTube. あんまりこれに絞ってみるとかはないですけど、やっぱ試合前になるとサッカーの映像を見たりとか。
Let me just ask as well from Confederal, which team in the SPL has been the most difficult to break down tactically for yourself?
はい。結果見たら、タンジョンパーガーですね。去年からの悪い流れを引きずってしまったという反省はあります。
Definitely, I think Tanjong Pagar, the beginning of the season were very strong. Hopefully next season they can also, maybe contest for the title, which brings me to my next question. Also, Coach, for you from Moldy Pete, I asked Koga this also. What do you, Coach, like to do in your free time?
私はもうサッカーの試合をたくさん見てます。
Watching football games. So a lot of analysis and looking at the games. That's a true coach for you. Even outside football, still always getting, involved in the game, which is important. And okay, Koga, for yourself from A145, what inspired you to become a goalkeeper?
最初はチームの中で、身長が高かったので、反強制的にキーパーを始めました。 でもまあ気づいた時にはキーパーが大好きになってました。
You said you were tall, right? Yeah, when you were with the kids. Okay. And since we are talking about goalkeeper, from ideal, many young kids also, they want to play as a goalkeeper. So do you have any tips, to be a good goalkeeper? Any advice that you can offer to all the young kids who are looking at you now?
全力でキーパーを楽しんでほしいなというふうに思います。まあ、日本に比べて、シンガポールは人工芝のグラウンドでプレーすることが多いと思うので、怖がらずにボールにどんどんアタックしてきてほしいなと思います。
That's all good to know, but of course, the most important question for both of you, also Coach Kazuaki, is what is your future plan? Are you going to stay at Albirex or you want to move back to J League? Many people and fans here want to know. Will we see you still in the league?
どこにあったまだ特に考えてないというか、まあこれから自分が一番必要とされる場所で仕事がしたいなと思ってます。まあもう54歳なんで若くないので、残りの時間は大切に考えていきたいなと思います。
And okay, for Koga yourself, okay, so you've been here 2 years in Singapore, right? So I'm sure you have your favorite local food, and this is what I ask in every episode of SPL Social. Your teammate Sugita likes to eat murtabak, and Idetsu likes to eat chicken rice, I think. So for you, what is your favorite food?
My favorite local food?
Yes.
Chicken rice and satay.
Oh, satay, really?
Yeah.
Okay, beef or chicken satay?
No, mutton.
Mutton. Wow.
Yeah.
Mutton is good, okay. It's good for
Yeah, good.
And Coach Kazuaki, any favorite local food? I'm sure you've been here a while. You must have your favorites also.
Yeah, chicken rice.
Okay, only chicken rice?
Yes.
Okay.
他も、まあ嫌いなものはないです。みんな、シンガポールの食べ物は大好きです。
Oh, he doesn't dislike anything. I like how, what's that word? Very fair he has been throughout this episode. Okay, now I want to ask you, do you guys remember Albirex used to have a translator on the staff called Ida? Remember he used to work for you, Ida? So Ida has sent some questions. So since he used to work for Albirex, he wants to know also, Coach, if you can choose 3 players in the Singapore Premier League to join Albirex, who will you choose? Ooh.
はい、これもまだシーズン終わってないんで、ちょっと言えません。シーズン終わったら言うかもしれません。
Oh, he's so fair. He doesn't want to mention any names. Sorry, Ida. But he was a fantastic part of Albirex. So we wish him all the best, of course. And thank you, of course, Ida, for sending him in your question. And I think Ida also wants to know from you, Koga, in your 2 years since you were here in Singapore, which match is your favorite match, the most memorable match for you?
やっぱり優勝を決めたセーラー戦になるかなと思います。
Oh, of course, it's the Sailors game. It's honestly, watching that game is very heart-stopping from a spectator point of view. So I cannot imagine for you guys on the pitch how overwhelming it must have been. But once again, congratulations. And I just want to ask, this is something I like to ask players as well. It's about your inspiration growing up. And Koga, for yourself, did you have a favorite goalkeeper that you grew up watching, maybe in Japan, or international goalkeeper?
Ederson Moraes.
Ederson, interesting. Yeah. He's doing very well for Man City. And in any other goalkeepers in Asia, maybe?
Yeah, so Sailors, Hassan Sani.
Okay, Coach Kazuaki, from the fan rising swans, they want to know, have you ever played football professionally?
No.
Even in a friendly game, no? All right, and for yourself, Koga, also, like 2 more games, what's going to be your plan now, especially after the end of the season? Are you planning to stay at Albirex? Do you have other clubs, knocking on your door?
まずは自分を必要としてくれるクラブに行けるのが幸せなことですし、 まだ全然これからのことは決まってないです。
Okay, not yet decided. Okay, I wish you all the best, Koga. Hopefully we can still see you in the Singapore Premier League because you have many fans. And then it brings me to my next question. Can we get your message to fans of the Singapore Premier League? So I'll start first with you, Koga, and then we'll go to Coach. Okay, so Koga, what is your message for fans of the Singapore Premier League and also fans of Albirex?
まずは、今シーズンまだありますけど、本当に応援していただいてありがとうございました。今シーズン苦しい時もあったし、うまくいかない時もあったんですけど、それをみんなで乗り越えて、もう本当にファンを喜ばすために去年の悔しさを思い出して、今シーズン優勝できてよかったですし、本当にファンあっての僕たちなので、本当にいつも応援ありがとうございます。
Arigato. And Coach Kazuaki also, a message for fans of Singapore football.
はい。まず、いつも応援をしていただきましてありがとうございます。これからもぜひスタジアムに足を運んで応援をしていただければと思います。あと、本当にシンガポールのフットボールの発展を私は強く願っています。それは選手たちが努力することもありますけども、ファン、サポーターの皆さん、あとマスコミの皆さん、いろんな人が、叱咤激励をして盛り上げていく、そういう環境が必要だと思いますので、ぜひシンガポール代表がワールドカップに行けるように、みんなでまた盛り上げてほしいなと思います。
Arigatou gozaimasu to both of you. To Coach Kazuaki-san and also Koga-san, thank you very much for joining me today. And as Coach said as well, it's very important, to let Singapore football develop. It's an important environment, the media and the fans as well. And also Koga, wants you guys to go down to the stadium. There are 2 more games until the end of the season. So go down to the Jurong East Stadium or whichever stadium they're playing in and go and support the Singapore Premier League. And with that, I just want to say, thank you both of you for joining me. Arigato. And for the fans of the Singapore Premier League, thank you for supporting the league as well. And hopefully we'll see more action in the coming weeks, even though, of course, Albirex have won the title. And once again, congratulations to Albirex. And of course, for more football, of course, don't forget to follow SPL Social. And I'll see you guys next time.